Hello, everybody. I am Nathan Song Snob, and you are watching Song Snob Reacts. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Song Snob, Nathan Song Snob, because my ex told me I was a song snob because I didn't like his stuff. Yeah, well, some people like simple pop music. I have pretty eclectic tastes, but I also have high standards. If a song doesn't meet those high standards, I'm probably going to hate it, sorry. But I'll listen to just about anything once, honestly. But suffice to say, we are continuing with Iron Maiden. I'm pretty much doing every song on Senjutsu, and due to my disappointment with the album, I am fixing it by making my own fan edit of the album, and I will leave that on my channel as a little treat for subscribers. I encourage people to deep dive on my channel. I have tons of playlists and extra content for you to enjoy. I have some gameplay videos. This is mostly a reaction channel, which used to be a political vlog channel. By the way, I now have a new political vlog. It's called That Heathen Bastard. Look that up. It's also called White Angel on BitChute. It should probably be That Heathen Bastard. That's my political talking point channel. That's for my political talking points. But yeah, that'll be a treat. I'll make my own fan edit of Senjutsu called Kenjutsu. That'll be right there along with my other fan edit album, Fire the Load, which is Metallica Load. So, with that said, I just like fixing albums that irritate me or annoy me, doing the best I can. So, with that being said, let us begin the title track of Senjutsu. Let us begin. You know what that sound at the end was? That was the dumpster fire. Oh yeah, I said it. An Iron Maiden song is a dumpster fire. You hear that, Maiden lovers? Dumpster fire! I know, I've been getting a lot of negative attention from you people lately. I'm stating my honest opinion. If you don't like it, go watch someone else. I mean it. Just because they're Iron Maiden and they are a legendary band does not mean that their poop don't stink. This is their poop, and it stinks. This is the album opener, and you open the album with a snooze fest like this. The pacing makes listening to this song painful. The best song on the album follows it, Stratego. Stratego is a great song, I love it. This is nowhere near Stratego's equal. Stratego's an easy 4, possibly a 5. This is a fucking 2. There's some nice little solo twiddly bits at the end, and I admit I really like the high-pitched keyboard sound on this album. I like it. I even like the bass tone, actually. That's amazing. But the pacing on this song and this whole album is just... ugh! It is so ponderous and so slow and so... ugh! It's like trying to listen to doom metal. I hate doom metal. It's torture. This is a little bit better than that. This is a little bit better than that. But not by much. Not by much. If there's anything good I have to say about it, I like the attitude. I like the fact that it's kind of edgy. And it is fairly attention-grabbing. It's really just the pacing of it. Who in their right mind would open an album, a heavy metal album at that, with a slow song? This is like a middle song meant to build up to something else, maybe. That would be the best use of it. It should be like a middle song. Maybe the album should have started with Stratego. That would be a great opening. This feels like an ending track or a middle track, and something better and faster should follow it. Which is maybe why they put it at the beginning, because they knew Stratego would be justified by it. This is just bottom of the barrel. This is just very much bottom of the barrel. It could be so much better than it is. It's really just a boring bass riff going na 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 na. Yeah. I'm just not impressed by it. Not even. Go ahead, Maiden fans. Rip me to pieces. Rip me into shreds. Go for it. Click that dislike button, unsubscribe, yell and scream. I don't care. I do not care. I'm simply speaking my mind. If you don't like it, go watch somebody else. Now, I'm going to read the lyrics here. Because so far, my favorite thing about Senjutsu has been the lyrics. These are very mature, these are very developed, great storytelling. I still insist the Time Machine was about Doctor Who, but I need to stop going on about that. Anyway. Beat the warning, the sound of the drums, set the beacons afire for them all. Yeah, which happens during the start of of war in many cultures, traditionally. Call to arms, all the men far and wide. Have to fight now for dynasty pride at stake. Pride. Yeah, it frequently leads to hubris. Not always, but I honestly think being proud of oneself is... it can lead to worse things. And it is a stupid reason to go to war. And I seriously doubt that Maiden is promoting such values, by the way. I think humility is far greater, and I'm sure they would probably agree with me. The invaders repel from the north, keep out nomads who come from the plains. Are they talking about Vikings? I thought this album was Japanese-inspired, isn't it? Northern grasslands awash with the mall, blocking the tribes that invade from the south of us. I'm just not up on my geography. I think this is a fairly well-described battle, and I'm just not familiar with what geography they're describing, so I think I'll just let that go. It's a great description of a situation of basically being sandwiched in between two enemy factions. And I gotta tell you, that probably doesn't feel too great. I know I've been squeezed in between, political tribes talking shit about me, and I know some people in social media who are like that. So I have some idea of what it's like to be sandwiched between two extremes. It's quite a thing. Rallying round to the call, we can hear far away are the sound of distant drums, and they need everyone at the wall, so the day of our judgment has now begun to fall. And now imagine how terrible it must feel at the start of this battle, hearing the distant drums of the enemy as they approach, or if it's the Romans, you hear someone shouting, "Sin! Dex! Sin! Dex!" as they approach. And that sort of sinking, gut-twisting feeling that you're probably going to die, and then your commander says, "Go to the wall, we need people there now." And you're thinking to yourself, "Oh crap, this is it. This is the day I die. This is the apocalypse." That has to be one of the most terrifying feelings in the world. Survive on ledges bitten in dust. Knowledge and virtue is stricken by lust. Really believe that they're coming for us, dancing on graves of those who bled for us. Dancing on graves. Are the enemy dancing on graves? Like, are they really that sadistic and cruel to you? Surviving on ledges bitten in dust. That would be the ledges of, like, the walls of the castle. And lust for war has basically stricken all knowledge and virtue. Because even the greatest of moral values can just be eroded away by bigotry and hatred and fighting and killing and rah! Maiden's really telling a great story here. They really are. Driven away by our endless desire, defeat by anger and our greatest fire. Attack again and try as they might, hold them again and see them running. So yeah, they're driven away by an endless desire for fighting, defeated by anger, attack again as they try as they might, hold them again and see them running. Not much to say about that. Rallying to the call, we can hear from... Okay, that's the chorus repeated from earlier. I am not anti-chorus repeat, by the way. Some people are, I'm not. One or two is fine. Hear them coming, ready now, we will... Hear them coming, ready now, we wait. Must be steadfast, must be patient. Must believe in that we can win. What will save us, the Great Wall? Well, honestly, if you want to win in any situation, whether it's in a game or in a war on the battlefield, you have to believe that you can win. Even if you don't really know it for certain. Simply having the mentality that you can win or will win, that's like half the fight right there. And I can say that coming from the experience of just simply playing a game, actually, of all things. Playing a game, and if you adopt the mindset, oh, I can't win, I'm going to lose, you're basically guaranteeing that you will. The same should apply to war. That if you believe you're going to win, and you are not conceited, if it is not conceit, if it is a true belief that you will win, then you probably will. Unless you are truly overwhelmed, in which case it would be conceit. So on some level, you have to believe it, or you're going to fail. And waiting for your enemy to come for the right time, being patient and trying not to let that terror take you. I mean, I know something about terror because I've been maybe less than a foot away from like a bear, and I just froze up. I couldn't move. Like, you put me on that defensive wall, I'm probably going to freeze up the minute the enemy shows up. Like, I'm no good on that wall. None. I am no good without, like, maybe, like, military discipline. Now under siege, have the real strength to hold them now, have to believe that we can repel them. Faith in the years our ancestors taught us, have the belief that we can protect the wall. So that's just more of the same, just more articulated. Try if they can, we will overthrow them. Fight to the last, they can never own us. Battle of wills, we'll fight to the last man. Honor our dead so they never fought in vain. Well, yes, honoring those who come before you, especially in this kind of capacity, is a wonderful idea. They set a standard for you to follow, and now you have to follow it. We need to set a standard for ourselves and keep to it as much as possible to be consistent. And that's a wonderful goal. I like it. Suffice to say, this is a great story. Hold our fortune, avenge the merciful, hold the great wall, never fall again. Arrows falling, dark oblivion, live in spirit, live to tell our sons. And then the final chorus repeat. So yeah, arrows falling, dark oblivion. So that must be like that we'll fight in the shade kind of shit, like 300. Which is an expression of stoicism. Stoicism would be extremely useful on the battlefield. So if you want to look for if you're someone who criticizes philosophy, saying philosophy is useless, is it? Stoicism, focusing your energy on things you can change and more or less ignoring things you can't. That's hella useful on the battlefield, you know? Because focus your energy on things you can change. That's good. That's practical. Live in spirit. Leave a memory. Live to tell our sons. So this is a great battle. This is great story, as I've said again. The best thing about Senjutsu is the lyrics. Like, even in the early days when Maiden was a bit more juvenile, they were already pretty sophisticated. This is what age and intelligence does for a band. They just get better and better as far as the storytelling. They made some poor choices for the music. So I'm going to rate these lyrics again another 5 out of 5. Earlier was 2 out of 5 on the music. Dear God, Iron Maiden, what were you thinking? Go ahead, Maiden fans, rip me apart. I do not care. That is my final rating. What you gonna do about it? Peace. Tschüss.